Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News here, aka MannyTendoWolverine, as a wrestling truth mentor towards this channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, of course, BG Brighton, and of course, all my links, just in case anything bad happens, the channel gets shut down, Terminator, shot about. Anyways, and link tree, of course. So it says PlayStation VR, PSVR. I'm gonna do this one news first. We're gonna talk about the Elon Musk news again. Third time feels like this freaking last month and this month. This PlayStation VR price will undo Sony's great work in the making of VR accessibility. The original PSVR opened to the masses, but the pricey PSVR could reserve its good work. Thank God we're right now in the background, just in case you guys wondered what it was. Crazy, I'm really gonna have to get to that game because I know GameFly still think I'll probably rent it for a little bit. But yeah, I heard a lot of good positive views on that thing. I didn't want to give myself any spoilers. I kind of did a little bit, but not as many, thank God. I was hoping that wouldn't be too much. So this comes from Robert Zach. Got a card credits due there. I was going to read another one from the National Viewer about Elon Musk, but I'm just going to read from Checkpoint just because I'm more familiar with that site. Yep, let's jump into this thing. So, this is the original PlayStation VR, launched in 2016, with a master stroke from Sony, utilizing existing tech for moving controllers and minimizing costs, not to mention being a materially and technologically cheap and cheerful thing of itself. It was the first VR headset to truly open world virtual reality, dismissing many, unless then it was a gimmick, as a perennial niche out to the masses. At $350 with two mover controllers, then there's a admittedly horrid tangle of wires bundled into it. It was far more reasonable for a price than contemporary competitors like the Oculus Rift and HTC Vive, and was the first hint that this may be this magical technological realm of VR and is really the incredible. Can be available to a sizable amount or number of people after all. That and Sony's support for the platform with plenty of the exclusives helped the PlayStation VR generate unprecedented success for the VR headset, clocking 5 million sales to date. It clearly wasn't deemed essentially by all on the 100 million plus PS4 owners, but still made enough for impact for Sony to deem it worthy for a follow-up. It was a relatively low-cost experiment that proved successful, and for the VR technology maturing plenty for 6 years since then. It would then seem that time was right for a full-blooded, fully committed successor. But as we discovered yesterday, 2 days ago by the time you guys see this, full-blooded successor comes to a full-blooded price at $550 to be exact, U.S. price. I'm not as a Canadian, U.S., UK, British pounds, how it's going to be over there, and the other freaking currencies, but to keep it forward, keep it moving again. There's a lot more than the PS5 consoles itself, which also recently received a price hike and is entering its kind of pricing that reserved the VR hobbyists with money to spare. The problem is that the VR hobbyists are usually drawn to versatility and tinkering offered onto the PC platform, so that the appeal of the PSVR to this is already a niche audience, unfortunately, will be largely dependent on how compatible the headset will be with your PC. You could get the original PlayStation VR with a bit of workaround, and even then, its performance was pretty inconsistent. So you'd hope that there's a premium price successor will be more versatile on the front, which will increase the headset's utility. And still a little bit more, and I'll get some overall thoughts, views, and opinions at the end. But the majority of the people who bought the original PlayStation VR would have bought to diddle around with it on PC, and have to buy it simply to play PlayStation VR games on a low access price with a big part of its appeal. Sony can flaunt the PlayStation VR specs all they like, but the average console consumer was more casual than a spec and tech obsessed PC consumer won't necessarily care. And make no mistake, the PlayStation VR, PSVR, has said that specs are good. DualSense style haptic feedback are triggered enough to trigger effects on both its controller 2000 x 240 per eye resolution, 4K essentially, nearly double that of the PSVR. On a 120 Hz OLED display and a single sweet USB port, and not surprised, a USB port, USB-C cable to connect the headset to the console, making it good reading. But there's also something we've learned about the PSVR, is that people value versatility and as well as a good old-fashioned monetary value. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions. I'm not sure if you guys should spend $550 on this thing. It's extremely super overpriced as hell. Very, very, very overpriced. Me personally, I'd probably just say my money for something else. And that's why I already did. I mean, Microsoft kind of did in general with the whole HoloLens thing. I don't know if that one failed or if it was a success or not. Maybe people are mainly just PC gamers or people that don't even do gaming at all. It probably would have like sold a lot better for the normies compared to the ones that don't really do hardcore gaming, or they do hardcore gaming, like the real actual gamers. And I sometimes hate using that freaking label, but it is what it is. And I haven't been a gamer most of my freaking life until maybe next year when I stop talking about gaming industry stuff. I'll probably just talk about not too much pop culture, but a little bit. I'll still be talking about anime manga news. That's for damn sure. I'm going to be on that and reactions. Hopefully they'll still be there to stay. But it might be on Odyssey and Brighting and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, so overall thoughts, views, and opinions, not extra overall thoughts, views, and opinions. It depends on what game it's going to be. If it's like that whole Horizon Zero Dawn, like Forbidden West version, I forget what it was called, like Mountains, whatever it was called, Mountains Climb or whatever. That one I heard was really, really successful shit. Or it's like another God of War thing. Or if it's like how it was for Half-Life Alyx. If it ends up being a super success like that, then you're going to get a lot of real actual gamer fans, people that actually follow those franchises and those really, really over popular series in the 90s and 2000s, maybe early 2010s. And then they'll probably have Sony be a little bit more successful with that. But it has nothing to do with nostalgia, because nostalgia, just like EX and Naughty Bits, nostalgia sells too. Yeah. That along with a bunch of good positive memory devices. You know, they have nowhere elementary or school, high school like I was. Like, hopefully one day they bring back the Nintendo. Hopefully they bring back Mario Kart Double Dash as a remake remaster. Or they bring back freaking Billy Hatcher. Or the other thing, Billy Egg or something. I forgot what it was. And then there's another one besides that was really good, like Beautiful Joe 3. I'll be sick if they ever bring that back. But anyways, let's get on to the second one. It's time to switch up the music a little bit. So it says, yeah, the Elon Musk Twitter lays off. There's a bunch of layoffs that happen to them too, so it sucks ass for any of them that did happen to them. But if any of these people are freaking SJW idiots or whatever, just freaking stupid tards, really dumbest moronic idiots, or freaking on Twitter just trying to cancel mother efforts just for saying them speech. And that, for my personal opinion, they deserve to get their ass fired. Whatever. This comes from Amanda Sindenberg and Catherine Shu. Twitter mass layoffs have begun. I'm not going to read the whole entire thing because it's a very long ass article. It says, update based on the tweets from employees showing that they've lost access for their work and emails and Slacks. Layoffs are starting to happen. So it says, has it already started happening? Happy layoff eve. So sucks ass for them if it actually happened to them. It is what it is. If any of them had truly earned it, hey, whatever. These are the same people that freaking try to cancel and censorship every single little thing that you do. It's me personally, hey. They got what's coming to them. So it says, another one from Joe Dutchman. The private my last Twitter Slack message, the ML ethics, transparency, and accountability team was one of a kind. Forever grateful for Rutschchild, never heard of him. He took a chance on me and I got to be a small part of it. There's a lot of tweets on there, so you guys can read the rest of Twitter now. It says, according to an internal memo sent to Twitter employees. Alright, I heard all that. So, we'll begin conducting layoffs Friday morning. These layoffs have been rumored before, must take over. With the most recent report estimating half of the 7,500 employees will lose their jobs. On Thursday evening, all the employees received an email stating that it will be informed when employment status at 9 a.m. PT Pacific Time Friday. Each email will be sent in the subject, your role at Twitter. An employee is keeping their job. They'll be notified via their work email. If they let you go, they'll be notified in a personal address. Yeah. Freaking SpaceX daddy Elon Musk, man. Tesla CEO. He ain't fucking around now. I'm not saying I worship the dude in the feet because I don't know if he's connected to actual, people that, not to get too super religious, religious or anything. If he truly worships the Yahshua Jesus God, which I hopefully he does, or he's connected to anyone in the AC or typical Freemason Illuminati, God forbid if he is. that kind of be a little bit soul crushing to me, honestly. I'm not gonna say the dude's my hero or anything, but the way he just meme a lot on Twitter and all that, just really, really hilarious, original content for me personally. So it says, help ensure the safety of employees' Twitter safety and consumer data. Our office, this will be temporarily closed and all badge access will be suspended. The email reads, if you are in the office and on your way to an office, please return home. The email was impersonally signed Twitter. According to a post to Twitter employees, staff members have been flooding an internal Slack channel with blue heart emojis as they wait to learn their fate tomorrow. Update tweet has been since deleted. The love is real. Hashtag #12. And there's a picture of it. You guys want to read that? There's more to it here, but I'm not going to read the whole thing. Musk's team has already tried to evaluate the productivity of Twitter employees by asking engineers to print out the code that they have written in the last 30 to 60 days. And Musk has also brought in the Tesla engineers to look over Twitter codes. Still, it's not clear which divisions of the company will be impacted after Tesla. Musk axed the entire PR team a few years ago by that notion it's likely that he will get rid of Twitter PR team. Musk's deal to buy Twitter includes making a company of the $13 billion in debt from banks, which means that Twitter will own over about $1 billion in a year of interest payments. According to the reporter from the platform, Twitter's newsletters service revenue, I didn't say revenue, will be shut down by the end of the year. Revenue was acquired by Twitter in January 2021 in an undisclosed amount. The report says that the notes were long-form posting features in a whole. That's Twitter plans to build this crypto wallet, cryptocurrency. I still don't trust in a lot of that shit. It's probably get hacked any fucking time. Unfortunately, you're not on your best guard with that. Not secured enough. But yeah, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Street Elon Musk, man, he ain't fucking around. He's just firing fools left and right, but hopefully he's got a good reason for it, too. These people, one of these troll dudes are making bot algorithm accounts, and not to get into the whole political realm, because, it's always going to be an illusion. It's not real. I'm not going to say, we should go vote or not, because voting is fucking huge ass waste of time. Regardless of what city or state you live in, mainly here in the United States I'm talking about, in other countries might be the same. Unless it's a third world, unfortunately, poor, unfortunate country, they don't got that same right of freedom, but to me, that's still an illusion. All these people are always at the top. They're always going to be at the top for certain reasons I'm not going to say because I want YouTube to take me off this freaking platform. But I will say this. A lot of that shit is rigged. Just like that dude freaking right before he died, man. Something Carlston. Man, I forgot what his name was. But it was something Carlston. Man. I'm forgetting his name, man. The whole system is rigged, man. They're just going to screw you out the butt no matter how many times you do it. George Carlin. There we go. No matter how many times they do it, man, they're gonna screw you no matter what. The game is rigged. You only sleep in the American dream. You only live the American dream. You only live the American dream. You have to keep being asleep with the illusion. Something of that lines. Until you wake up, it's just a fucking sham. That's all I can say for now. My name is Chris Baz down below. Cartel inside. Yeah, Elon Musk, man, he ain't screwing around. And he can do what he wants. Dude's a billionaire. I'm not going to throw shade at him. Hey, however he wants to run the company, that's his business. And that's it. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Those are boys, fingers talking. Want to see when I see you. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're out there. So much your conscious channel for the video game industry. I'm news, strategic drama news. Elon Musk news once in a while. That's it. Reaction review segments before 10 out of the month. That's it. Take it easy. I'm gone. See you soon. Bye.